fighters. I think that he did some great things against them guys. I seen a lot of weaknesses in his game too, and something that he said earlier. He said, Tio never lost to a southpaw. Well, I never lost to an orthodox, so it ain't no different. But
the difference is you never fought no elite fighter.
Okay, I don't think y'all did.
Oh, so you gotta show it, baby.
I don't think y'all did either. I ain't see.
Not on my son.
I ain't see Lomachenko throw no punches.
You never been on a big stage like this.
I didn't see Lomachenko throw punches for 6 rounds.
You never been on a big stage like this.
I didn't see Lomachenko throw punches.
Because we froze him.
Okay, you gonna see.
We gonna freeze you too.
You better not throw the towel in.
Come on, man. You out of your mind.
Okay.
Shit. My son fought without no air. My son fought without no air against convulsions.
You can't fight for your son. You can't fight for your son.
You gonna tell me, man? Come on.
You can't fight for your son.
At the press conference, Teofimo Lopez Sr. erupts, storming toward Shakur and issuing loud warnings as if the result is already decided, speaking with full confidence that his son has the fight under control and that Shakur is headed for a brutal night. But Shakur remains calm, unfazed, responding with quiet confidence and a slight smirk, clearly believing the fight will end with his own victory, and just as the tension peaks, Ryan Garcia steps in and boldly sides with Shakur, a risky stance. That instantly splits the room as some agree while others push back, yet Garcia stays composed, fully aware of how controversial his take is, and takes it further by breaking down how he sees the fight unfolding, explaining that the early rounds will be cautious and tactical with both fighters studying each other, no wild exchanges, just patience and precision, before Shakur finds his timing in the middle rounds and slowly takes control. A shift that feels subtle at first but becomes undeniable. As momentum changes, and by the later rounds Garcia envisions Shakur still sharp and fresh while Teofimo begins to fade, with Shakur landing cleaner shots and steadily wearing him down in a fight that turns into a clear, methodical takeover rather than a close decision. Though despite all of this, Teofimo remains completely confident, stepping forward and insisting the fight will end on his terms, trusting his strength, pace, and ability to force his will regardless of what anyone else predicts.
I think really it's just all about setting a good pace early in the beginning rounds and then going from there, setting that tone. I think that I don't see him going those 12 rounds. This is his first time moving up to 140. A lot of these guys could say a lot of things about me not knocking them out or whatnot, but they don't come and try to fight me after they feel this power. So it's for a reason. It carries. It does carry. I mean, I had a good showing with Arnold Barboza. He was #1, my mandatory, and he was too hesitant trying to commit to punches. So I think that...
He makes it clear he is not chasing one flashy knockout shot, saying his goal is to apply heavy pressure from the very first bell and never let up, believing that once Shakur starts feeling those shots, everything changes as confidence drops, risks disappear, and the focus shifts to simply surviving. Something he claims he has seen over and over with opponents who talked big early but froze once the pace became uncomfortable and failed to act when it mattered, and he insists that same shock awaits Shakur at 140 pounds, a tougher weight class with a level of physical demand and intensity he has not faced before turning the conversation to himself and embracing the underdog role, explaining that being doubted fuels him, that he performs best when expectations are low, and that he becomes most dangerous when people have already written him off.
Seeing at 22 against the champion himself, a lot of the odds were always against me, and I think that's when I perform my best, and I look forward to doing that again. All this has led me to now, this moment in time. So I can't wait to really execute it. And can the odds go even higher, make it 4-1, 5-1?
He reflects on the night few believed in him as a young title challenger, when expectations were low and doubt was everywhere, only for him to shock everyone once the fight began, and he makes it clear that skepticism has never held him back but instead fuels him to rise when the pressure is highest, almost daring the oddsmakers to doubt him even more because he thrives when the world is against him, creating the picture of a fighter who absorbs pressure and turns it into strength, with his jokes about emptying the sportsbooks sounding more like a warning than humor, and he takes it even further by revealing he has put his own money on his victory, a real commitment that shifts the mood instantly, as his blunt and serious response leaves no room for doubt and turns the build-up from talk into something deeply personal, sending a quiet but unsettling message about his willingness to endure anything to win, leaving fans questioning whether this gamble becomes legendary or ends in harsh reality, before Shakur finally responds by calmly outlining his vision for the night, speaking not like a fighter hoping to edge out a decision, but like someone expecting to reveal a sharper, more dangerous version of himself when it matters most.
Come fight night against Teofimo Lopez than I was against Cepeda. 1,000 times better. Faster, sharper, stronger, mentally more on point.
In that moment, Shakur draws a clear line between who he was and who he's becoming, saying the version everyone thinks they know is already outdated, and he describes stepping in faster, tougher, and more focused, showing that this matchup has forced a higher, sharper version of himself to emerge, a statement that feels deliberate and serious rather than promotional, signaling that Teofimo is facing an opponent unlike anything he's seen before, and that uncertainty adds to the tension because no one has experienced this version yet, while Shakur then shifts focus from his own evolution to pinpoint what he sees as Teofimo's real vulnerability, not raw power or speed, but the mental side of the fight, something far subtler and far more dangerous to exploit.
And his mental, I think it's more mental than anything, and I'm going to expose it.
Shakur frames the fight as a mental battle that will be decided long before the judges' scores come into play, speaking like someone who has studied every reaction, every slip in composure, and every moment Teofimo has faltered, with a clear plan to probe those weaknesses early and keep the pressure until they grow, because once the mindset cracks, timing falters, defense falls apart, and the whole strategy collapses, turning the fight from a test of skill into a battle of nerves, leaving fans wondering how Teofimo will handle a momentum shift and whether Shakur will seize the moment without hesitation, before Shakur shifts back to himself and the bigger picture, speaking not just about winning but about how a victory would cement his place in boxing history.
I'm the best. After this fight, I want to be considered top 5 pound-for-pound fighter in the sport.
Shakur comes across as someone chasing far more than a title or a paycheck, aiming for a spot among the sport's elite and seeing this fight as the gateway, speaking with a weight that shows he's ready to step into the spotlight and reveal his full ability, making it clear that beating Teofimo isn't the end goal but the proof that his name belongs with the very best, and he knows a narrow win won't make the statement he wants. He needs a decisive victory with no room for doubt, while also taking a subtle jab at how Teofimo views him, hinting with amusement that his opponent is preparing for the wrong version of Shakur and planning for a fight that simply isn't coming.
That's how good I am. I think come fight night, he's going to realize that I'm going to take it to another level that he has never seen before. So if he's expecting the Lomachenko, the Josh Taylor fight to happen...
Shakur speaks like someone ready to show a side of himself that never appeared in old fights, while Teofimo keeps looking back at past battles that are now irrelevant, analyzing a version of Shakur that no longer exists, as the real threat has quietly evolved out of sight, bringing speed, precision, and control that will feel completely new across the ring, and if Teofimo steps in expecting the familiar, he could find himself out of sync before he can adjust, and then Shakur makes it unmistakably clear this isn't just business, it's personal, and he's determined to prove a clear difference in class, instantly shifting the energy in the room, sharpening voices, tightening the air, and sending the tension surging as soon as he lays it all out.
Teo not on this level. Teo is a high-level fighter, but he's not on my level. I'm an elite-level fighter, and
Shakur draws a clear line between being great and reaching a level few ever do, leaving no doubt that he sees himself at the top, framing the fight not as a close battle but as a chance to expose a gap most won't recognize, speaking about the fight date with almost obsessive focus as if it's already the moment everything will be decided the hard way, showing he's determined to silence Teofimo and anyone questioning that difference, with no hesitation and complete certainty as he envisions a performance so dominant that all arguments vanish once the final bell rings, while Teofimo responds with respect for the threat, using it to emphasize just how significant this super lightweight clash is, seeing it not as just another fight but as a matchup that pushes the division forward and proves why moments like this still matter in boxing.
Did his thing. He looked outstanding against William Cepeda at the Louis Armstrong Stadium, and this is what you guys need. This is what boxing needs. This is why we're here. We're here to take over. Now we got this lightweight coming up to super lightweight to come over here and dethrone the champ. And this is why this is the fight, and this is why this fight is happening.
He frames the fight as far more than just a headline or famous names, describing it as a relentless lightweight stepping into unfamiliar territory to challenge a man who already rules the division, emphasizing that boxing thrives on high-risk, high-reward moments where nothing is guaranteed, and portraying Shakur not just as another challenger but as someone aiming to claim the throne outright, giving the matchup a conquest versus conquest feel where true dominance is the only prize and only one fighter can leave as the undisputed authority, with the early 2026 date turning the build-up into a tense countdown that makes fans feel the division and maybe the sport itself could change once the gloves finally meet, while Teofimo shifts focus to his own journey at super lightweight, showing how every tough fight and hard lesson has prepared him for this exact challenge, proving that nothing he's endured has been wasted and that he's ready for the test ahead.
At junior welterweight / super lightweight. Everything that I learned has brought me to this moment here now. Every fighter that I faced in this beautiful weight class is going to now put me to the test and put all those attributes and all the things that I learned from every fighter that I faced to now put it on display against Shakur Stevenson. And that is what I'm looking more forward to than anything else. Everybody else, listen, it's just horse, excuse my language. We got to get through him first. That's all it is. Hey, put him in front of me and we will beat them. And when it's all said and done, my hand will be raised once again.
He emphasizes everything he's already survived at this weight, practically daring anyone to compare his track record with Shakur's, explaining that every super lightweight fight has added tools to his arsenal and prepared him for moments like this, while dismissing fan and media chatter as meaningless noise and insisting that once the bell rings, nothing matters except the man across the ring, turning that certainty into a bold statement that his arm will be raised and the takeover narrative will continue under his control, and the tension spikes when words turn into a face-to-face confrontation, as controlled confidence erupts into raw animosity, voices rise, tempers flare, and both camps unleash aggressive energy across the stage.
Wait a second, you objected. Hold on a second. You just objected.
I like Lomachenko. I like Lomachenko.
You just objected. You want to tell him how much you like him again? I think you like him. You keep telling him.
Objection, what?
Tell everyone.
False accusation.
You got a thing for him, right? It's okay.
Accusation.
We
I
accept.
can't wait to beat this clown, bro. This dude is a clown.
Focus on me.
You better have that chin ready, baby. You better have it ready.
Real clown.
I already figured your ass out.
You
What
not
else,
fighting.
man? What else you got, man?
Yo,
Hey,
yo, senior, you're
And I only
not in
seen
the
10
ring.
seconds of your fight.
I seen you fight before.
I only
You
seen
can't
10
fight.
seconds of your fight. You're boring as hell.
Come on,
man.
bro. Stop it, bro.
Boring, man. You almost got knocked out. Even your
Oh
daughter
my
said
God,
you got
I
knocked
almost
out.
got knocked out. Tio got hurt his
Come
last
on,
fight
man.
too. Didn't he get hurt
Cepeda
his last
dropped
fight?
your ass, man. If it wasn't for those ropes.
Did Tio get hurt his last fight?
My son don't be throwing
Did
punches,
Tio
man.
get hurt his last fight?
My
I
son don't
watched
be
him.
throwing punches,
I paid
man.
attention. Okay.
Nah, man. He sets him up, baby.
You can't fight.
He can't fight, yeah.
You can't fight.
All right.
And not just fight for him. You
He
can't
can
fight.
teach and he can fight. He can
can't
teach.
fight.
He can teach.
We
and
we
he
both
can
know
fight.
he can't fight.
Dynamic duo, man. Father and son, right here.
Shakur shifts his focus to Teofimo Lopez Sr., brushing off his non-stop talking as a sideshow, but Lopez Sr. fires back immediately, insisting his son will speak with his fists in the ring, while Teofimo steps in calmly to support his father and add his own warning, making it clear Shakur has underestimated what he's facing, and though nothing turns physical, every exchange is sharp. Each side fighting to land the final verbal strike before fight night, as mutual respect vanishes and ego and defiance take over, turning the back and forth from routine promotion into a personal feud that can only be settled when the bell rings, with the tension staying high as Lopez Sr. leans back to the microphone moments later, targeting Shakur once more with another round of pointed words.
I don't know why.
Just don't cry, bro. Don't cry
I
afterwards.
don't know why.
Please
don't know
don't cry.
All right, he'll take it on the chin. He'll be all right.
He's no longer talking about punches or strategy, instead targeting Shakur's mindset, joking about how the real damage will hit his ego rather than his body, and by hammering that point repeatedly, it turns into something personal, tightening the atmosphere as everyone watches to see how far he'll go, making it feel less like hype and more like an attempt to shake Shakur before a single punch is thrown, while also shifting focus to himself, emphasizing his unpredictability and insisting that no amount of study or preparation will help because the version of Teofimo who shows up on fight night won't be fully anticipated by Shakur or his team.
Every fight is a different version of me.
Senior, tell him. We talking to
Every
senior. We
fight
ain't
is a
talking to
different version of me.
little dude over here. Senior, what
Fight is a
up?
different version of me.
I know.
And I love it because even the people out there don't know what they're gonna get from me, and that's the beauty about it. He could be studying, he could be doing a lot of things, but he's not gonna know till the day of the fight. So I think of Shakur as the best fighter.
Teofimo describes himself as a constantly changing puzzle, a fighter who never shows the same look twice, embracing that unpredictability to keep opponents guessing until the opening bell, while even fans won't know which version of him they'll see, meaning Shakur can study all the footage he wants but is still preparing for something that no longer exists, and by calling Shakur the biggest name he's faced, Teofimo acknowledges the moment scale while turning it into fuel, promising a performance elevated and saved for a night like this, but Shakur fires back immediately, cutting straight to Teofimo's record with a short, disrespectful shot that signals he sees himself far above anyone Teofimo has fought before, speaking with icy certainty and impatience to prove it, making the tension about more than technique or tactics. It's a test of legacy, with Shakur promising an evolved, sharper version of himself, while Teofimo relies on battle-tested experience and surprise at 140. Leaving the question hanging, will Shakur's precision neutralize Teofimo's strength and chaos, or will Teofimo drag him into unfamiliar territory and prove something new?